I wanted to be salaried. You wanted me to be hourly. Okay then. I applied to a full-time opening at a company, but for reasons they wanted to bring me in as a contractor for a while until a different position opened. I would be reporting to Joe in a department I didn't really care for, but it was alright as a temporary situation. Well, it turns out Joe was a reasonably nice person, but not such a great project manager. He staked his role at the company on our team delivering a certain major project on time. The problem was that a series of miscalculations meant we weren't able to even start working on it until halfway through the implementation phase. A schedule slipped and upper management expressed their disappointment. Joe became much less pleasant to be around. He yelled at good people for no reason, had a terrible attitude, and generally made life miserable for everyone in our workroom. Now, I was the sole contractor in that department full of salaried employees. Early on, Joe would all but push me out the door as my time card rolled over from 39.9 to 40.0 hours, as his budget had zero room for paying me for 41 hours a week. Even worse, that would pay the same as 41.5 hours, because I was subject to time and a half overtime rules. As crunch time turned into a death march, Joe made announcements like no one's going home until this is done, and scheduled to have breakfast and supper brought into the office every day. I asked Joe if this included me, and he said yes, of course, and he was surprised I had the nerve to ask. Okay then, it almost killed us. There was shouting and literally tears. We were all near breaking point. Well, most of us. I was in a great mood. As rough and emotionally fraught as it was, we got the project done. We were heroes. And a Sunday dinner at our desks came and went. Joe thanked me in particular for my great attitude. BNW. I really appreciate your hard work with a smile during this tough time. That's when I reminded him, hey, I clocked an extra 61 hours of overtime this week. I'm thrilled I could help. Joe damn near had a stroke and I found myself standing outside waiting for my bus like 2 minutes later. He was pissed, but couldn't really say anything because I had asked him if I had to stay and he explicitly told me that I did. It worked out great for everyone in the long term. Blown budget or not, Joe looked good for getting the project done. The CEO liked my can-do attitude and transferred me into a full-time dream job. And that paycheck? Getting paid Silicon Valley hourly rates for 131.5 hours, 40 and 61x1.5. Bought a very nice vacation for my family. Thanks, Joe. I'm available to work all nighters anytime you want to pay for them.